here to teach you how to make a rapid fire controller today, and the two versions that will not work, the only two I know of. This is your standard newer black one, not from the Kinect but from the Elite. If you pull the battery pack off, as you can see, first off that I'm going to show you, there's a serial number right there. When you're modding your controller, the first thing you do is scrape that off. Well, that's the second thing actually. First thing you do is look under there and see what the numbers are. If they say TP3, it's non-moddable. If they're like this one, which says right under there, which says R78 and R27, that one is moddable. Also, if you look right in there and you see a little chip right there by the battery thing, which you can barely see, it's right there. You can barely see it on my camera, but it's right there. That one has it, it's not moddable. This one, as you can see, does not have it, and it is moddable. So anyways, now that you know that, you're going to scrape off this serial number if it's moddable, right there. There's a screw underneath that you need to take out. Your controller's warranty's going to be void after this too if you don't know that. Anyways, you can see this one's been painted, and it's got the rapid fire button. It's not together because the screws are already out, don't worry about that, yours will be. First thing you do is pull your battery pack out, set it aside. You're going to pull out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws. Then you can use your thumb and lightly push up on this side and this side. You're going to pull straight up. And you're going to flip it over. Take this, set it aside. If any of these come off or that comes off, or your buttons or anything right there fall out, don't worry about it. They go back in really easily. But now you're going to pull up on this on both sides and set it aside. Now you're going to pull this up and right there. And if you're still not sure your controller is moddable, look right here and you see that right there, that metal piece. If it has that, it should be moddable. And if it has those two things right there, it should be moddable as well. And then Resident Evil 5 red ones should be moddable, Halo Reaches should be, but I checked them to make sure before I start this. Now I'll also tell you how to do dual wield, but first off, for your single, you're going to do your hole there, and if you want to use your rumble packs, do your hole farther back, otherwise your rumble packs will not fit. Then you're going to do solder wire from each end, on that end and on that end, and put your button in and tighten it in. Then you're going to take one of the wires, the longer one, run it up through here like so, and then there's an LED that says D21. There's the top of it and there's the bottom of it. Solder this to the bottom. Then take your other one, the shorter one, and go from the button, and there's these 3 prongs right there. Solder that to the middle one. That's your rapid fire. If you don't want to run it to that LED, then you can run it to the positive side of the battery pack, which will be this side. That's your positive side, it's that silver piece. That's not advised though, because it can fry your controller. Instead of running it to there, you just run it from instead of there to there. Not advised though. Now for dual wield, you're gonna drill a button there, right back in there. Not there because then your rumble pack won't fit. But if you don't care about your rumble packs, which I didn't, this one has none, then just do it right about there. But then you do it from the button. You solder 2 wires to the button, 1 on each connection. Then the longer one goes to there again, the same exact spot on there, or to the plus. I'd rather go to there. However, if you go to the LED, it will not work for players 1, 2, or 2, 3, or 4. Only player 1. The controller will still work, but rapid fire won't unless it's on player 1, because the LED, when the light's on, gives the power to it. And then you go from the other one, the shorter one. There's those 3 prongs again. There's 3 of them to the middle one once again. So both will go to the middle prong. It's really simple, and it's really easy to do. It's just a simple, cheap rapid fire. This controller, however, did fry. I think someone spilled something on it because it was full of pink goo when I opened it up after I found out it fried. But I just opened it up again today for a rapid fire tutorial until I disassemble it for the case. Anyways, now you take the joysticks, and if you want to put PS2 joysticks on here, you can if you have them, they fit. And you slip them on. Like so. If you use the PS2 joysticks, they'll turn your sensitivity up. If you're on 6 to 7, if you're on 4 to 5, etc. Turn it up 1 notch. because they don't move as far, so your sensitivity needs to go up a little bit more. And now you're gonna go from here to there. You're gonna take this and you're gonna line up the points on it. See those? See that hole right there? You just go on there. This one on there. And this one on there, which are all falling off. Anyways, it's all on. Then you're going to take this, bring it back. You're going to set it like that. Flip it. Set it in. Make sure your joysticks aren't hitting. And you're going to lightly squeeze together. Like so. Mine's not going to stay together because I don't have the screws in and the shell's a little messed up. But then you're going to take it and you're going to screw these screws back into the holes, which I'm not going to do right now. This size, which is also in the description because I forgot to do it in the beginning, is a Torx shaped. You can kind of see that Torx T9. I don't feel like doing that right now, so I'm going to put that away. Once you're done though, all the screws should be in. Put your battery pack in. Turn on your controller, and then you just hold your button for rapid fire. You don't have to use your trigger anymore. So when you just push that, it's rapid firing. If you don't want to rapid fire, just use your trigger. And then when you're dual wielding, you don't have to touch either trigger. You just push both buttons. So if you one there and one there, just push them. Once again, for dual wield, you follow the same steps as for this one. You just run it to the opposite sides 3 points, and put the button on the other side. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this works. Comments, you can comment it. If you have questions, send me a message. And I also do gamer tag modding for a negotiable amount of gamer points. I can do any of these buttons except for the center, the guide button, star, these, etc. This controller has obviously been painted, and I think it looks pretty good though. And this is only one of my 3 controllers that I have. I have my black one, and then I also have my Halo Reach edition one. It's not the Reach, but it's similar, and it's got the D pad. You see how it's like that normal, like a disc? You can turn it. It's like a plus. And then the joysticks are also a little bit different, as you can see. They're like that instead of like that. But thanks for watching, and comment message for questions.